Welcome to this edition of What the Fuck happenings here in Mendham. Yes, so we're in Mendham, and I guess I'll do some of this video in this walk and talk kind of form with an external microphone. Yes, there was an old camera. It's not that old, but back in the day when YouTube was something. And it, it's a Kodak, it's out of business now, ZI-8, and I always kind of wanted one just because you can plug an external microphone into it, and that's kind of a nice feature. And there was just never any broken ones for sale cheap, and so I never got one. And it's okay. I have lots of other cameras, of course, and you make do, but it would have always been nice to have a camera further away, and the sound would be the same, or even doing walk and talks, it would be nice not to so the yard solar panels. Yeah, I did get some. Terrible Harbor Freight kind of thing. They're serviceable, 100 watts worth, and run some lights at night, so it accomplishes something, and not too bad, and such. Distracted myself. Anyway, so the camera, well, I really shouldn't talk about the camera, because it's an HD camera. It's really not that bad. But it's like 8-year-old technology or something. So it's surpassed by modern technology substantially. But we'll see. And so this one's only minorly broken, and so I got it for $12, and so can't complain. As long as it works, we'll see. But you don't have, I could bang on the camera and shouldn't be picking it up because it's not the microphones here. And so theoretically I can put it some distance from myself and sound the same, or use a selfie stick or some kind of crap like that. So really getting some lovely petunias and such. But flowers everything's quite doing quite well. The weather's warmed up and things have gotten better. Been catching chipmunks without bait, have a heart trap. They're just curious enough to, I've caught 2 of them that way. But they they've been digging up everything, It's a gigantic flower. So interesting. Color's not spectacular, but it's gigantic. I mean, it's 5 times bigger than this little one here. This is nice colors, though. I like that. So, just lots of stuff. Zinnias any day now, and lots of other stuff growing. So, gotta hold this camera way far. See, that's the disadvantage of the camera. So the trick would be to put it somewhere, and then sit with it, put somewhere. But I'd have to put it on a tripod or something, and I didn't do that. Or some other mechanism. Let's see if there's anything convenient here. There's nothing really far enough away to do the job, so we could just move this and put this over here, and that'll probably work. And move this and put this over here, and then we can make 10 minutes worth of video or something with the birds and such. Maybe it'll work out that way. We'll see how it works out. All right. Oh man, I'm getting old. I thought I fell down. I didn't really fall down. I just thought I fell down. It was entirely a fake falling down. So this is a better distance, probably, perhaps, maybe. So it'd be nice to make videos from any distance from the camera and still be heard. But the indoor videos are probably better. So the subject is, Anaconda made a couple of videos responding in a way to the Piro commentary of, in Mendham is unsuitable. So which is fine. I mean, somebody used to use the word, Fake Sagan had a word for it too. What the hell was the word they used? I was unsomething. Respectable, unsomething. But anyway, and so Anacondavide's making some stupid negative argument, a negative compliment in the sense of, oh no, it's fun to watch train wrecks. So Piro's saying I don't like to watch train wrecks, and Anacondavide's making a justification for watching train wrecks, essentially, or something like that. Like somehow I'm suitable to his purposes in how I function, and that I have utility to him, and so therefore I'm worth listening to, because by listening to me you somehow can feel better about your silly arguments. I just noticed one of the, look at that, it's a perfectly good plant, and the chipmunk has displaced it, and now its roots have dried out, and it's probably not going to survive, but I'll pretend we'll give it a shot anyway. Oh, there's another one. Jeez, yeah, they broke that one off. Alright, little beasties. Very cute little organisms though. Anyway, so yeah, I don't feel that the first video wasn't too bad, but at least he said I made some brilliant arguments or some other kind of rubbish, and so that's okay. It's sort of complimentary. And then the second video was just a retraction, essentially, because he didn't wish to imply that inmendham was right about anything. And so then he went back to using the cult kind of rhetoric, and he called it the cult of the victim. Now, first off, there's obviously no cult. There's just one person expressing his opinions. So that's the first thing to say, is how is that a cult? So every time an individual speaks their mind, they're now a cult leader, and if somebody else listens to them, then they're a cult leader because they spoke their mind. I mean, that's a silly standard in my opinion. Usually a cult has to be connected to some sort of behavioral and whole psychology and philosophy of devotion to a not something that's just your opinion. I mean, you don't have a cult of, oh yeah, I'm the cult of that guy's opinions. That would be silly. So yes, you can have people that have common interests, like the Republican Party or something, or the Democratic Party or something like that, and you want to call everything a cult. Well, that's just playing silly word games. So anyway, so but just the idea, and it comes with such an obvious response, which is, go ahead, label me a cult of the victim. I don't see how being somebody who's sensitive to victims is a bad thing, so I don't mind being a cult devoted to victims, or understanding, or empathizing, or fixing the problem of the creation of victims. And my obviously reply would be is that, well, if I'm a cult, and because I'm just speaking my mind and you're speaking your mind, then you must be a cult, and I can call you the cult of the perpetrator. Where you're just using your verbal skills and your whatever elegance you have, or eloquence, and whatever charisma, you have a great voice, you have a strange, if not okayish appearance, and so yes, assertive appearance, even aggressive, and so maybe that's very useful in controlling people's psychologies and making them believe that you know what you're talking about. But yes, you're a cult of the perpetrator, an exploitanist, and somebody just looking to rationalize and defend the creation of victims, and to feel okay about it, even though you know you can do something about it, even though you know you don't have to participate. You can say, all you can do is vote. Even you can just raise your hand and say, I'm against it. Clearly you're finding excuses to say it's not my business. I didn't make the system, so go ahead, system, make victims, torture. Most of the organisms born on Earth will be tortured and killed very quickly. That's what happens to most organisms. They're tortured and killed very quickly. The game is you make a bunch of stuff, like there's a bunch of plants here, and the idea is most of them get killed off, and only the good ones, the seeds are replicated. And that's how life works. That's how evolution works. And I think that's cruel. I think it's very cruel to have a little sea turtle pop his little head up and say, "Hello world," and a matter of moments later he's being pecked to death, eaten alive by some bird, just ripping him to pieces. I don't think he deserved it. I don't think he earned it. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it would be appropriate. I wouldn't put a quarter in the machine that does that. If there's a machine that does that, I wouldn't vote for anybody putting a quarter in it. It's cruel and stupid. And so, but anyway, Countervide thinks it's worth it. It's okay. Because to put the quarter in his stupid machine, I think I'm somebody, I'm doing something important, I'm an important person, I'm an important consciousness, whatever that little silly game is, I'm special and I'm worth it, blah 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 blah. The silly programming, the silly robot talk of the silly human who thinks their little Jedi adventure is something special. To have his game, to have quarters in his machine, to have the next generation of retarded Anticontavad, you have to make all of the other ones that will get pecked to death and eaten before they even have a name. Before they can even lose their hair, before they can even grow hair, they'll be dead. They won't even have the chance to lose it. And see, that's his game. That game is okay with him. The default game, oh yeah, that's worth playing. And if you're intelligent enough to say, why would I assume it's worth doing? That's like saying God must have made it. If I know nature made it, and I know nature doesn't have a brain, why would I think it's possibly coherent to the understanding you have if you have a brain? If you have a brain, you can understand right and wrong and pain and suffering and paying too much, too high a price. But if you don't have a brain, well then yeah, you'll pay $10 million for a Volkswagen, and you'll sell your Mercedes for 5 cents. You'll do really stupid things if you don't have a brain. And nature does really stupid and unfair and cruel and horrible things. And he's basically just giving people rationalizations to say it's okay, just eat your hamburgers, enjoy your barbecue sauce, screw the implications of your actions, and especially any action that implies endorsement of just go about your business being part of this system. Go about your business making more of this stuff so it can all be tragically killed in horrible ways and blah 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 blah. Now this is all unsentient life, so it's inconsequential. Only some aesthetic notion is harmed in the destruction of this bit of the biosphere. But obviously the part I've been talking about for years, and the human condition, there's no doubt about the reality of the value that's at stake. It's very different than these little plants. There's a real condition in our brains that will go through real experiences, and they're really have a quality to them of good and bad, of tormenting and anguishish, torturous. These are experiences we have, torturous experiences, and not good. So anyway, I'll probably cut this short because there's probably only 10 minutes of card space on here. I should put a bigger card in, but I didn't do that. But anyway, just a test video anyway, and then I'll just play it as part of the other video, something like that. I've been growing this broccolini stuff this year. Grew some last year, but grew more this year, and I'm getting a lot out of it. But it grows very funny, and it, some of the plants are really big, but they're, I don't know, very strange food. It takes some work to harvest anything that's not too stringy out of it. Well, anyway, a little irritating. Yeah, the apple tree, this one's got no apples on it. That's kind of disappointing. I can't see any yet anyway. There might be one at the top somewhere. This tree, I just transplanted. There's one apple on it. One apple. It's just sitting there saying, I gotta cover it with something so the birds don't get it. One apple. Oh, there's another one. So I'm gonna get 2 apples out of this tree. So that's excellent. But yeah, the other tree doesn't have too many apples either. Bad apple year for some reason. So do a little more plant observing and such. So I've been 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm probably going to run out of time soon. What do I want to get to? So something important. So I better get to it quickly. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know why I ventured over here. There's not. Oh, I forgot to cut these. See, they flower. See, this is the broccoli part, and you can eat the whole thing. You can, just cut this stuff off, and you eat the whole thing. So I got a bit of it growing here too, and yeah, here's a bunch more petunias here. Yeah, but everything's looking quite nice here. I got everything. It's getting there. Year by year, I'm fixing the landscaping. These little bushes are doing nice now, and things are improving little by little. And they're going to sell the place, and I'll get kicked out, so I won't be able to enjoy any of the improvements. Yeah, these 2 bushes recovered very well. They used to look like this. Yeah, I have to help this one along a little, but that's how these 2 look like that bad. They don't look too bad anymore. Gotta get the vines out of there though. There's just so much to do, maintenance-wise around here. So much to do. Tomato plants, I didn't kind of tie that one up better. They don't do splendidly over here, but something's better than nothing. It's supposed to be raining. Yeah, everything's so dry. I gotta water everything. Damn it. It keeps trying to rain, but it doesn't rain. Is there something? I thought there was some reason I ventured this way. Yeah, it's not coming to me. So, but yeah, it's very lovely here. Birds and quiet, nice, and excellent. Yeah, it really is. It's really nice. It just improved so much when the neighbors moved. They were just horrible. But that's the blight of life. Life is, these people are pro-life. That means all kinds of stuff. That means, pro-alcoholics, pro-bums, pro-reckless drivers, pro-people talking on their cell phone when they're driving, pro-all kinds of crap. You can't just say pro-life and say, oh, I just mean the fun part. No, you have to. It's a whole package the deal has in it, and if you're for part of it, you're for all of it. And I'm just making a simple argument that I don't think that's rational to be for all of it. It's way too expensive for the victims, for the things that are going to get the short straw, the bad luck. It's going to be quite nasty for them. Alright, so that's probably enough, I think. Nothing here. No cats. I sort of do miss the cats, I have to say. I've just been doing it so long. It's just so strange not to have cats to feed. The one yellow one that shows up, he just isn't showing up much anymore. He's found a friend. Showed up one night with another cat, and it was funny. It was another really long-haired cat. What's the odds of that? It's just bizarre that somehow the long-haired cats would know they should be friends. It's just very funny. Anyway, just a little story throw in. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. So it's just a test video. I have to get I have a selfie stick somewhere. That's what this really needs, because you really do have to have some distance. So I can just put a better lens on it. You know, put a telephoto, whatever, go further away lens. Yeah. But anyway, I'll do something. Maybe I'll do something. I'm supposed to do something. But as you can see, there's a lot to do here. So anyway, till the next time, or continuing now with more, probably some depressive crap and such.